welcome to another episode of This Spice. I am Wiyolania, and with me is
Rotimi Akintunde.
So you know how we do it on the show. We bring you gists, we bring you happenings, and we just discuss it. Basically, my opinion, his opinion. You know, no big deal about it.
And of course, your opinions.
Well, it will come
probably
back.
at the end of the show.
Yes, so let's go straight to our topics. Of course, we cannot and we will not over discuss Big Brother Niger. And in the course of the weekend, Gidoni and Jackie exited the show.
Absolutely. Of course, that happened, and so many Nigerians are reacting to that. Some said, okay, probably because, the reason is because they got low votes, actually. And Nigerians are saying, well, some are even dancing. I know about this celebrity, Uche Lendu. You know, Uche Lendu and her friends were rejoicing that, oh, this guy has left eventually and would have to leave Cafe to shine alone. You can imagine that.
Well, I don't know if Cafe will shine alone, but I hope Cafe will be able to cope now that he has left. Jackie wasn't really noticeable. She was there, but she wasn't one of the housemates that really moved the house. Other things that happened in the course of the week, and speaking of Cafe, anyways, she actually won a car.
That is it.
From Innocent, you know, from after a
Innocent
game.
Motors, yes.
And I'm happy for her, at least, even if she's having issues, or we are hearing that she's having issues as regards her job, you know. At least she's just won something. So consolation prize.
And probably she would have to go back to that and be more focused.
I think she's better than every other housemate that has left so far who has not won anything. So it's not like she's leaving the house, or it's not like if she doesn't win the money, she's leaving empty-handed. At least she's gotten.
That is it. And a part to that, another side to that story is where others were distracted with noises and all of that, and maybe pizza. I don't know what happened at that time. And you can imagine she was able to stay till the end of that game, and she won.
She won it now. Good for her.
And Messi would have won.
Speaking of being focused, being dedicated, and speaking of Messi got a strike over the weekend, and apparently her lover man in the house. I don't know whether to say he provoked her, or you know, she was pissed at the fact that Ike wasn't as supportive of her as she was of him when he was up for eviction. You know, I think one of the things that people didn't understand is the fact that she was saying that how would Ike be telling her that if they leave, they'll be living together. That's not.
That will not happen.
I think the idea that she had was the fact that no, she's not going anywhere. So I think she expected Ike, whatever, to tell her that you're not going anywhere. I'm with you. We're going to stick it out. We're going to win this money together.
Well, is this a matter of being optimistic or being pessimistic? When Ike is saying that, okay, if we have to leave, we live together.
Come on, if she leaves, Ike would not live with her.
That is it.
Let's not pretend. So, I think she was just hurt, you know.
Okay, maybe one of those lines you get from men. What do you think?
Good luck to them. Good luck to them. Okay, so let's go to some not so good news. I mean, this has to do with Nigeria. 23 men in Saudi Arabia, 23 Nigerians in Saudi Arabia sentenced for drug trafficking.
Yeah.
And I mean, that is a slap on Nigeria. And this is coming after FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigation, released an 80-man list.
You can imagine that.
Of course, Nigerians again. Defrauding people.
Well, one thing
really
I know
sad.
for sure is that it's not just about Nigerians. We have other countries, but most of the time it's always about Nigerians.
Because Nigerians, the unfortunate thing is Nigeria seems to be, every country looks at Nigeria as the bedrock of corruption. They look at Nigeria as one underdeveloped country whose citizens would do anything and everything to make money. So eyes are always on us, and it's just unfortunate that while we were still trying to grapple with the FBI 80-man list, boom, Saudi Arabia had to release another list again consisting of 23 Nigerians, and it's really crazy.
Is there any way to stop this? Or is there any way? You remember at the time we were trying to rebrand Nigeria? during the time of, I can remember this minister, okay, who was in charge at that time, were trying to rebrand Nigeria, and I don't know what happened, probably because of political instability and all of that. Maybe that's what we need to do again, rebrand Nigeria.
It's not about rebranding. I think it's a mental thing.
Okay.
Because the truth is, everybody wants to have money. Everybody wants to make it, not caring how clean or how smooth or unsmooth the road
and
is.
how did we get to that level? How did we get to that point that everybody thinks, oh, I just have to make it, I just have to get the money, irrespective of how it comes?
It's greed. First of all, it's greed. Second of all, the fears of, especially people that grew up from poverty-stricken homes, they have that fear of, you know what, I don't want to continue living my life like that, or I don't want my kids to grow up, you know, in poverty, or you know, I must just fight this poverty, you know. And it's really crazy, because the 23 Nigerians in Saudi now, they've been sentenced to death.
Yeah.
And while some people are looking at the tribal aspect of it, this 23 so Saudi has the Yorubas and Fulanis, while the FBI's 80-man list had mostly Igbos. But then, you know, especially when the FBI's list came up, people were saying, oh, it had to be Igbo men.
It does not even matter. This is not a tribal issue.
FBI don't care whether Igbo, whether in fact they don't even know who is. They just know that you're Nigerian.
You're Nigerian.
And to this effect, I hear that you can't send money through Western Union anymore.
That is
and it's really unfortunate. They've killed business for these people.
And I'm sure some other organizations like that, aside Western Union, would want to do something like that, because they wouldn't want something that would dent their image.
Exactly.
So we really have to be careful in this country. I don't know, but is this peculiar to Nigeria only?
Well,
what about other African countries?
Nigeria is the giant of Africa, so in everything we do, we go big.
That is it. Big, giant in everything. All right.
Okay, so let's move to Sister Toke Makinwa, who has said that ladies should learn to spice up their relationship. She said you should be a drama queen, you know. Just give your husband some, or your boyfriend, or your fiancé, just give him some things that will shake him up a bit. And then at the end of the day, you just look at him. You are joking with your relationship if you try that. Uncle, why exactly are you angry? No, remind me again why
Can you imagine?
I understood where she was coming from. She's just saying that, you know, cause a little bit of drama.
Why should you?
It's fun. Life is boring.
Fun?
Yeah.
You call that fun?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You're sorry for?
I'm serious.
However, if you're going to try it, ensure that you know the type of man you're dealing with.
That is it.
Hells.
You don't try that with me.
Oh, yeah, it's a kiss.
It's not even advisable. Most of the time you realize that people who say, oh, do this, do that, they forgot the fact that what works for a particular relationship may not work for the other. That's the thing.
For my own husband, it's going to work for us. Don't worry.
Okay, you're a drama queen.
It will work for us. Moving on to the next and final topic, we're speaking about Zlatan, who is about to release a song called Bolanli, and he asked for anybody named Bolanli, and it took the Bolanli that finally won. It took the Bolanli on a trip.
Wow, that's interesting.
I think I need to change my name to one of those popular names.
Who knows?
I mean, they've sung about Amaka, they've sung about Ifunaya. We have so many names, but I've not heard of Moyo. Like, my name is just very unique. Like,
no, your name is not applicable to those. You understand what I'm saying? That is it. But very soon somebody will say, Rotimi, I'm looking for someone who bears Rotimi, and they will call me.
You wish, wake up and come back to.
But looking at, I listened to just a bit of that song, and I realized that what catches people is unpredictable. You can't just tell what people will fall for. Most times, you just come out with a song and people, you understand what I mean?
I'm not even ready to talk about the song, and I don't want to talk about the song, so let me just zip my mouth.
All right.
It is well with us. And this is where we end today's episode of The Spice. Join us again next time on another interesting episode. Until then, I am Oyolania.
And I am Rotimi Akin. Today, remember to leave your opinions, your comments below. Thanks for joining us.